Sanders, keeping you updated on the latest events. We have a great show for you today. Today we will be joined by the Mayor of the City of Orange, Mr. Larry Spears Jr. And also we will be joined via phone by Councilwoman Terry Turner Salter. We will also be joined by the Chairman of Finance of Salem United Methodist Church, Mr. Michael Franklin. Now today my co-host is the pastor of Salem United Methodist Church, the Reverend Develous A. Bright. Good morning, Pastor Bright.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining me again.
Thank you so much for having me on your beautiful set here at Salem TV.
Yes, Salem TV. We're just having a great time here today. And we know the times and things that are going on with the coronavirus outbreak. And that's really why Pastor has been joining me, so we can make sure that we give you all the information that is needed. So, Pastor, we have been busy, haven't we?
Boy, have we ever been busy. It's so much work getting things done, but fortunately, I think we are well prepared. It was about February the 15th when I had my first meeting with the Health, Education, and Wellness Committee to start considering what we would do in this case. At that time, we had no idea just how bad the situation would get, how long the shut-in would go, and how much further we still have yet to go. As the leader of this congregation, it's important for me to stay ahead of the curve. I have to plan for contingencies before they happen. And so fortunately, that's what we did. But now the situation is getting even more dire. So as of this week, Salem TV will begin to record worship services in advance. Our goal is to complete the entire schedule for worship services for the month of April. That will take us through Easter services. And that means that we'll have to get good at doing church in a different way.
In a different way.
Yeah. Fortunately, many of you have already been out there looking at what other people are doing online and what other churches are doing. And you can see that we've taken a lot of care to give you the highest quality of programming and worship experience during this time away from the sanctuary. And I want to thank all of you for the work that you've been doing to make sure that all of us have access to worship here at Salem United Methodist Church. Some of you saw me on Sunday morning with Sister Belfield. She received the letter that all of us received in the mail, but she hadn't quite gotten to reading it yet. So at 9 o'clock, she was here, as she always is, and she did not know how to get online to access the Salem TV YouTube channel like many of you did. And so I showed her not the YouTube channel, but the actual recorded file that was uploaded onto YouTube at 9 o'clock in the morning, 2 hours before the rest of the congregation got a chance to see it. And I was able to post it on Facebook Live. Did you see it?
I saw that. And Pastor, I just thought that was wonderful that one of our elderly members was able to view. And not only was she viewing, what touched my heart, she was worshiping and praising God.
Amen. Throughout the prayers, she was modeling to us, witnessing to us what it really means to hold your phone or your laptop there and worship God just like you would if you were in the sanctuary.
Amen.
It's a challenge.
Yes.
My friend from Facebook, Robert Johnson, had posted a very interesting post, and what I'm going to make sure that we do is down in the details below, here on the YouTube page, we will publish some links to other pastors, other churches. Look at the description of your YouTube video for other material, because it may get difficult for us to even enact our original plan. The original plan was for people to come to the sanctuary, to come to the church during office hours and pick up their worship materials and drop off their giving envelopes and that type of thing. Well, if we have a complete shutdown of the city, that process will be have to be altered. So, of course, all of you know that Salem United Methodist Church is located at 402 West John Avenue in Orange, Texas. The zip code is 77630. You can always put your giving envelope in the mail or in another envelope, and then put that in the mail and send your giving in that way. Right now, I'm working with the rest of the finance committee to get us some other payment options, and those payment options will be happening very soon.
Great, great. Well, thank you so much, Pastor, for joining me today, and we're going to keep rolling on with our show. Up next, the Mayor of the City of Orange, Mr. Larry Spears, Jr.
It's almost 11 o'clock. Girls, are y'all ready?
Yeah. Why aren't you dressed? Because we're watching TV. I mean, we're sorry.
Doing worship here?
Yes.
We're doing worship here. We're not going over to the sanctuary. Come on.
All right.
Okay, girls, are you ready for worship?
Do we have our worship materials?
Absolutely. We have our bulletins. We have our fellowship cups. And our most important worship material of all, giving envelopes. Okay, we're ready.
Don't forget to pick up your worship materials in the church office every week from Tuesday through Thursday from 10 to 2. And take one to a friend.
Amen.
Amen, Pastor.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
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 Now joining me is the Chairman of Finance here at Salem, Mr. Michael Franklin. How are you today, Mr. Franklin?
Fine, thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much for joining me. Question, how can people give during this time? Because we know that we're not in the sanctuary on Sunday. So could you please tell us what are the ways that they can give?
Well, first of all, I was informed as I came in that we might be in a shelter-in-place in the near future. So that's going to take away one way that we could give by bringing it in to the church office on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday between the hours of 10 and 2. But nevertheless, there's always the United States Postal Service. And if you choose to use the Postal Service, we want you to send it directly to Salem United Methodist Church, 402 West John, Orange, Texas, 77630. And please do not send cash through the mail. Use your personal checks or money orders and make it out to Salem United Methodist Church, and we will get it and try to use our records versus what your records say from your council check. That way, if there's a discrepancy, then we'll use your records versus what we have on file.
Great, great, great. So can you tell us how important is it that we still give during this time?
Oh, it's very important because although we're sheltering in place and a lot of times on lockdown, we still get bills.
Amen.
And we still have to pay these bills, of which it is beginning to get warm again. So that means we'll be using a lot more electricity, probably less gas, but nevertheless, we'll still get these bills. So it's very important that we continue to give so we can meet our obligations on a monthly basis.
Right. Okay, now last question. If anyone has any questions, who should they contact?
Well, if you have any questions, you can call directly to the church office, and if not, you can call me directly. And my phone number is 409-920-9025, and I'll do my best to get you the help that you need.
Mr. Franklin, thank you so much for joining us today and just taking time out. And we appreciate you so much for all that you do at Salem United Methodist Church.
Well, thank you for having me.
I am so excited about our brand new Salem TV News Break studio. How do you like it? I love it. Now for some very important information from the World Health Organization. 1. Make sure that you wash your hands or keep them sanitized as often as possible. If you sneeze or cough, please be sure to cover your mouth using a flexed elbow or into a tissue. If you use a tissue, please be sure to discard it away immediately. If you're experiencing fever, cough, or have difficulty breathing, please call the doctor or get to an emergency facility as soon as possible. And if you do not have to go out, please stay home and be careful. For more information, you can go to the website at www.who.int. We had our online services on last Sunday, and as of March 25th, 2020, we had over 97 viewers view our Sunday morning worship. That is absolutely amazing. That lets us know that the Word of God is still going forth. Church isn't closed, we're just doing it in a different way. There were several in our community that had services online on Sunday. Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist Church even had worship in the parking lot. And we're told that it was amazing. Also, St. Paul CME Church, First United Methodist Church, and many others. Now, there's one preacher in our community that's been doing online services for a very long time. But for some reason, he had trouble with his phone this time.
I'm sorry, my phone went dead. The devil is a liar. The devil can't steal my phone. He can't steal my pride. I know he's alright. I know he's alright. But the Lord, 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 but the Lord.
Thank you so much. You know, during this time, we're all pulling together, and just a little laughter will help us through it.
Larry Spears Jr. is the dynamic young mayor of Orange, Texas. We asked Mayor Spears for an interview about the coronavirus outbreak in our city. The volatile nature of this emergency called the mayor away from our scheduled meeting. However, this message was posted to the mayor's Facebook page last Sunday, March 22nd, 2020.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Larry Spears Jr., and I am humbled and proud to serve as the mayor of Orange, Texas. So I wanted to do a Facebook Live because I wanted to answer the questions and concerns that I'm receiving even as we speak, from many of you concerning the recent information released from our wonderful judge, Mr. John Gauthier, concerning Orange County. Several hours ago, a little bit over an hour ago, we received a message and information that there was a positive confirmation of the COVID-19 or coronavirus in Orange County. That's not in the city of Orange. That is somewhere in Orange County. And so, yes, that is true. The judge has issued a statement. And once again, I wanted to discuss with you what he has sent out to the county and what the president and the CDC has encouraged everyone to do. And that is that we will continue the social distancing. We ask that you please keep it less than 10 people in any public area or gathering that you may be attending. If you do not have to leave the house, unless it is for essential needs or essential supplies, there is no need to get out in public. There is no need to make special contact or interact with people unless it is an essential need at this time. This is a very serious issue. Coronavirus or COVID-19 is not something to play around with. And as I just stated earlier, yes, there is one confirmed case in Orange County. And so that information of who the actual person is will not be released, but they will continue to update us on what is going on as they do their research. I do want to publicly acknowledge and thank our judge, Mr. John Gauthier, for all of his hard work and dedication throughout this. He has been upfront and forward with all information that he has received. I also want to thank Mr. Joel Ardoin as well as Ms. Leanne Brown, which is our Deputy Fire Chief and Emergency Management Coordinator, and our City Manager, Mike Kunst. This is a very tough situation for all of us. This is something that most of us have never heard of. And of course, you know, how can you be prepared for something that we've never experienced? But I do believe that everyone is doing what they know to be the best way possible to keep this virus from spreading. So continue to follow the declaration that was put out from our county judge, which means less than 10 people. We are not shutting down the city. We are not forcing businesses to close. We are asking that you handle your business as an adult and follow those guidelines of 10 people or less, to decrease all forms of social contact unless it is necessary for essential needs. And please stay tuned to both the county page and be prepared for a statement again tomorrow from me on behalf of the city of Orange and on the staff of Orange. So God bless. Continue to pray. Continue to do what is best for you and your family. Stay away from large groups. And once again, I want to thank all of those who are involved in doing what's best for not only the city of Orange, but for the county, which is Vidor, Mauriceville, Bridge City, Orangefield, West Orange, and Pinehurst. This is one family, and we're all in this together. Thank you for all that you all are doing to follow the guidelines, and let's all stay safe. God bless, and I will see you all tomorrow.
I'm joined today by Councilwoman Terry Turner Salter. Thank you so much, Councilwoman, for joining us today.
Good morning. I want to say first, thank you all for having me here today.
We would like to know, what word of encouragement would you give to the citizens of Orange?
What would I say to the citizens of Orange, Texas, you asked, during this time of crisis? I would encourage citizens of Orange, Texas to not panic. Although this virus is new and often when faced with something of this magnitude, it can be scary. But let me assure each of you that the President of the United States, governors, county judges, mayors, and other governmental officials are doing their part to keep you updated on the latest developments so that you and your family will be safe.
As you go about the city, how are you observing, how well are the citizens observing the social distancing?
Well, I believe that some people are practicing social distancing while others are not. Unfortunately, you will always have those who feel that rules or guidelines do not apply to them. But I can assure you that should they get caught, it will be a price to pay, because we cannot afford for people to ignore what is being put in place to save lives. Do I have a number of how many are not complying? No. However, my hopes is that people will do what is right, so that our city will not be faced with an increase in cases. I have had to recently myself go to stores from time to time and pick up necessities and medication, and I have noticed that it appeared that some people were not complying. It is concerning, because those are the ones that do not fully understand the severity of this pandemic. When people do not fully understand or cannot seem to grasp reality of things, those are the ones who are really in danger and capable of putting other people in danger. Listen, residents of Orange, we all have a part to play. The city of Orange has truly done their part to maintain a sense of normalcy. For example, the city hall is still open, and there are other businesses that are still open. Should you need to go pay your water bill, you can use the drive-thru. There are many gas stations, we have banks, we have stores that will remain open so that people will be able to get the necessities. However, I do encourage you not to go outside of your home unless it is necessary. The less you go out, the lower your risk is to getting this virus. The 6 feet distancing that is put in place is something everyone should do when out in the public.
What has the city put in place for our citizens, and tell us what is still available as far as resources that we may need?
That's a really great question. I believe that the city officials are handling things correctly. Our city of Orange is like majority of cities. It is our, in our best interest to allow our county judge, Judge Godier, who is following the Governor's Abbott's executive orders, to make calls. He makes the calls so that different cities are not going in different directions. It's very important that we all stay on the same page so that there is no confusion. We have the city of Orange, we have Pinehurst, we have West Orange, Bridge City, Botter, and all the surrounding cities that make up Orange County. And we really need to be on one accord. We must have consistency in order to eradicate this virus. Let me assure you that everything is being considered and done for the safety of the people in our county. Governmental officials are processing data on a regular basis, which determines how our Judge Godier, Mayor Spears, and other officials will maintain operations under their direction. We are definitely in good hands. We have great leaders that are leading us in the right direction. Every decision that is being made is based on everyone's best interests. We could not have a better team of officials during this difficult time.
You gave us such good information today, Councilwoman Salter. Thank you so much. Now, what would you say as a final word to the citizens of Orange, Texas?
In closing, I would like to thank you all for having me and encourage you all to pray for our entire nation, city, county, especially our leaders as a whole. These are tough times, but we are strong people, and we will get this, get through this together. Officials understand now that people will need to go out and get things they need from time to time. However, we are all working hard to make sure that the people of Orange stay safe. Remember, the best way to prevent infection is to take steps to avoid exposure to this virus. which are similar to the steps you take when you avoid the average flu. Use hand sanitizer. Cover coughs and sneezes. Avoid touching your face at all times. Avoid close contact. Avoid places where there are large crowds. Disinfect often. Touch spaces and surfaces. But most of all, wash those hands. If you eat out, then you will need to use drive-thrus, because at this time, dining in is prohibited. I ask that you stay updated, because operations could change at any moment based on the data. The only way to eradicate this killer is for you to do your part. And last but not least, be there for your fellow neighbor. We are all in this struggle together. God bless. Stay strong, for this too shall pass. Terry Turner Salter, your City Councilman, District 3.
That was our own Councilwoman, Terry Turner Salter, joining us today. Thank you again for joining us. Production for Salem TV is a lot of work, and volunteers are needed. Let's take a look at this video showing you how you can volunteer. Now, it is geared to college and high school students, but we will accept all volunteers. Now let's take a look.
Salem TV needs your help. This summer, we need volunteers from ages 14 to 22 at Salem United Methodist Church of Orange, Texas. We need you to help with cameras, production, and even editing video. Also, you will be teaching others about TV production. We use a cost-effective, easy-to-use, state-of-the-art production platform called the Sling Studio Wireless Live Streaming Hub. It manages 10 different video sources and uploads a production directly to our Salem TV YouTube channel. You will be asked to help set up, operate, and safely store away all audio-visual equipment. You will be working with our youth, adult volunteers, and congregation members to record worship services, Bible studies, and Vacation Bible School. This promises to be a fun and educational summer volunteer experience for college and high school mass communication students. If you are interested, call us at 409-883-2611. Then email us your contact information at salemumcorangетx@gmail.com. And then check out our Salem TV YouTube channel. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to seeing you.
Thank you for watching the Salem TV News Break. Until next time, stay faithful.